The Big Show on Hodaki. Thanks to Night and Day. For the best milkshakes, thick shakes, and super thick shakes.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size.
This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show.
The Hodaki Big Show. With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keezy.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company. Great to have your company this Wednesday afternoon. This steamy Wednesday afternoon, the 6th of December. And you're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night Day. And Emogey, we've talked about this. You coming in with your incredibly tight singlet on, guns out. You know how it distracts me, man.
Yeah.
You know how it distracts me. And I'm unhappy, but at the same time overjoyed.
Yeah, sure.
How are you, you massive Adonis?
You're going pretty grouse, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee. Beautiful.
3-6.
Beautiful day in the city of sails. Light zephyr blowing through, Hoity J, and a bit of blue in the sky for a nice change. And just happy to be here, mate.
Good to have you here, mate. And old Keezy. Now listen.
Yeah, g'day, fellas, and yeah.
Keezy's a bit.
Oh, okay.
Keezy's a bit. Well, I was going to say down in the dumps.
No,
I think that's accurate.
Yeah,
I'm
down
not
in
down
the
in the dumps. No
Just,
way.
He has very hooded eyes. He's wandering around a bit aimlessly in the office.
You're describing yourself every day.
He just laid down in the studio there.
Yeah, I haven't seen him do that
before, just as he said, I need some deep D. And getting the sun rays here. So listen, I just want to put it out there to the listeners today.
If you say go easy on Keezy Day.
It is go easy on Keezy Day.
Yeah, this never works.
And can you send Keezy some talkbacks or texts on 3483 just to get him out of his slump, his down in the dumps kind of aura? Just give him a bit of just positive stuff for old
guys.
Keezy, because he's just, I don't know, there's something not right at the moment.
Just a little bit of a pick-me-up. Jump into your iHeartRadio app there. Right beside the play button, there is a little microphone. Hit it. And it's just a kind message or two for Keezy to get him back on track again.
Look, guys, you know me. I'm always at 110. All right? Some days I'm going to come in here and just be at 100.
Yeah.
And I need you guys to be okay with that.
Oh, we're okay with it, mate.
Yeah.
We're used to it.
It's just, we're a bit concerned and take you under our wings, our collective wings here, and just, suck.
Mind you, don't bang your head on my skin tag there underneath my wing, okay?
Have a little suckle, Keezy, is what we're saying.
That's a little bit sore.
Wait, am I sucking on his skin tag now?
I just mean, just to ease into the show and to lift your spirits a little bit.
Well, I tell you what, what'll cheer me up is a nice, positive song from Tool.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, everyone that does text through on 3483, all send a talk back in the draw for a $50 night day voucher.
Yeah. Good stuff, Keezy. So you're already picking up. I can feel it, mate.
Yeah.
I can feel it. Yeah. It's a tune, eh? It's a tune, Keezy. Yeah, man.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Midnight Oil there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. Hope you're getting through your hump day okay today. The time is 15 minutes past 4 o'clock, and as we mentioned at the top of the show there, Keezy.
We don't.
A little bit down in the dumps.
To do this.
No, I'm just saying he's a little bit down in the dumps. Not. Trembling bottom lip a little bit. He's lying down on the floor in the studio. His eyes are very dark and hooded, aren't they, Emogey?
They are.
He looks a bit tired and under the weather. So we put it out there to all our listeners. Give old Keezy a bit of a fill-up. Give him a bit of a lift-up.
Pump his tyres. What do you got there?
Tyres.
Yeah, can I just reiterate, New Zealand, I'm at about 95%. I'm usually at 100, all right? So
no.
She's all good.
This isn't 95.
But this was a nice message.
You can't see you, Keezy.
Okay. This is a nice talkback that came through from Mike in the Waikato. If you don't know what a talkback is, you do it via iHeartRadio. Hit the microphone and you can verbally deliver a message.
Oh, come on, Keezy. Grow a backbone and cheer up, you bugger.
See, so that instantly did actually put a massive smile on my face.
Yes. Yeah.
Another one here. This is from Charlotte in Invercargill.
Oh yeah, g'day. Just sending a message saying that Keezy, I think your hair's pretty sexy.
Yeah,
Chirp.
right.
Schwartz sort of been smothered by a backwards cap today.
Have you noticed I haven't had my hair up for 3 days?
And can I just reiterate, we don't want people to lie in terms of, giving old Keezy.
Jace, you undo all the work that Charlotte's just, she's shooting up.
No, fair cop, Charlotte. Yeah, it is pretty
Charlotte's
hot.
web of deceit.
One last one here. This is from Jess in Kaiapoi.
Keezy, mate, if you're going to be a sad sack, go back on holiday and let Pugs run the show.
See, so that cheers me right up.
There's value in that.
Yeah. So thanks, fellas.
Totally.
Turns out it did work.
Hey, but right now it's time for the Big Poll. Now, this poll, Emogey, was based on the fact that I bumped into one of my old chums from school yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Who, coincidentally, I found this out a little while ago, works in the same building as me. Not for the same company, for another company.
Okay.
But anyway, we were having a bit of a chit-chat there, and I said, how's it going, mate? And he said to me, to be honest with you, Jace, I've pretty much clocked out. I'm just
wow. Are you sure he doesn't work here?
I'm just hanging out for Christmas.
Sure.
And so with that in mind, today's big poll is working hard or hardly working.
Hey, that's nice.
I reckon the vast majority of people are hardly working. I reckon I'm going to go 70-30 on this one.
Yes.
Hardly working. And I think that's fair enough. I think, you sort of put in your time during the year, you slog.
Yes.
But it gets to this time of the year, the weather's a little bit better, there's a bit more drinking involved. As long as you are present in the office, I don't think you actually have to do any work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keezy? No. You go.
No, okay. It's just because you went, Keezy. I struggle to picture people on building sites and doing, where they've got these deadlines of things that need to be built or complete to be taking it easy. I don't know. Can you do that?
Well, there's sort of been hardly working all year, and that's the thing. You can't sort of tell much difference there. That's the trick, Keezy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a sort of conundrum, really. I'm odd in that sense, is that the closer to the end of the year it gets, the harder I work.
Right. And when does that kick in?
I think it kicked in a couple of months ago, Emogey,
really?
where I really put the hammer to the floor.
Right.
Because if there's one thing that I cannot abide, it's slacking off.
Right. Oh, yeah.
We're professionals. You've got a job to do. And certainly it's not the case for us, because we're professionals.
Yeah.
We've got a care of duty, to look after all the listeners out there, get them through to that Christmas period.
Right. So, Mr. Professional, what's your prediction
Oh, right.
for the big poll? And don't forget, you can vote Hodaki Big Show's Instagram story. What percentage are you thinking, Jace?
I'm thinking hardly working 80%.
80% hardly working. You're
Good on
70% hardly working.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
Okay, guys.
To be honest, I plucked out a couple of weeks ago. Just painting by numbers at the moment, to be honest with you. Let's just get it done, eh? I want to go home.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Pearl Jam there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. Now, fellas,
What's up, Jace?
there's something that's been getting deep inside my goat.
Has it been grinding your goat?
It's been grinding deep into my goat. And it's
That's not the same.
to do with my beloved Tita.
Your Nissan Tita.
The story thus far, if I can tell it.
I'm just going to pop out and make a cuppa.
I bought a majestic Tita for myself and for my daughter with a beautiful brown leather interior.
Just in case people don't know what a Tita is, Google Nissan Tita. It's like a mid-2000s Japanese hatchback. Very designed to be cheap.
Japanese
cheap
for
runaround.
rising sun, I believe.
With
Really?
a magnificent brown leather interior.
Chocolate brown?
And a custom-made grill. So,
Chrome grill.
I've never been into cars, don't like cars, not interested in cars. Yawn, apart from my stock cars, obviously. Drove in it once for 10 minutes and went, hello. Love at first sight. Anyway.
There's nothing like the power of a 1500cc engine.
And anyway, so as people that follow the show will know, it got stolen. It got stolen, excuse me, it got stolen after 1 month of owning it.
That sucks, by the way.
Right? Which was a massive pain in the bullets. So then we get contacted by the police, and the police say, we've found your car. We've found the guys that nicked it. It's undamaged, and we've just got to fingerprint it, and then you can come and collect it. So they then dropped off the number plates to us, the cops, and said, oh, by the way, the ignition's completely poked.
Yeah.
And they've broken the small window on the driver's side, obviously, to get into
rear
it.
quarter light.
So it wasn't completely undamaged. Then we go through the insurance palaver of, getting insurance. So they send it to my local mechanic, who's really, really busy. And we've just found out today from the insurance people that the damage is so bad and over $4,500 worth that they're going to write it off.
Right, so just question on this. So how much was the car? $5,000 or something?
$5,000.
$5,000.
Yes.
And all that's been broken is that sort of small rear window, which they always break.
Yes.
And they've messed around with the ignition.
Or the ignition's poked, yes.
Right, okay. And so that's all they're replacing is those two things?
Yes.
$4,500.
You don't know that.
No, but then I spoke to the mechanic today and he said, this is rooted and it smelt like the
burnt out,
blah, 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 and all this
because
sort
they
of
would have been
jazz.
giving it death. You can imagine what was going on with it.
So it went from undamaged, you can come and get it soon, to a complete write-off.
That's right. And
I drove it for literally 10 minutes.
And you have also paid for an excess, right, to get it repaired?
Yes, we paid for an excess to get it repaired, but also a theft excess, which was $1,200. What they didn't inform us during the conversation was you have to have an alarm system, otherwise you have to pay $1,200 in excess. We didn't know that, and they said it's in the fine print, your problem.
Was it in your the thing that you signed?
It was in the fine print.
Yeah.
Of
really fine.
the email. But here's the
Everything's
thing.
fine print
They
for you,
talked about the $500 excess at length, but they didn't mention in the conversation about the $1,200 excess if you didn't have an alarm system.
If it makes you feel better, a 5-star alarm system, which is, I think, what they would require, is about $1,000 installed anyway.
Exactly.
So it
But you would have gone somewhere else, wouldn't you? Because I've never heard of that.
Yeah, and so basically what's ended up happening is we now have no car and we have to pay $1,700 excess.
Well, that's what you get for buying your kid a car, isn't it, really?
Yeah, totally,
I hope
man.
you've learned your lesson, man.
Well, I have.
Yeah, good.
Well, no, that's not the moral of the story.
No, that is the moral of the story. You've tried to do something nice for your kid, but what you should be doing is getting them to stand on their own 2 feet. And they are standing on their own 2 feet at the moment because the car's been stolen. They've got no car, so they're going to have to walk.
Yeah. Mind you, she's a backbone, to be fair.
Oh, she's not complaining like you.
No, she works 3 jobs.
But, of course, she's not complaining because she didn't have to spend any money.
Yeah.
For her, nothing's happened.
True.
And to be honest, Jace, is there talk of getting a new car now?
Nah.
Really?
I'm
Gone
over
quiet,
cars.
has
Has your daughter talked about it, and has she mentioned the words, this time can it have a regular interior, or...
She
Yeah.
did actually mention when, true story this, when she saw the interior, she said it's like a granddad's car.
Hence why you love it.
Yeah. But I am gutted because it's the only car I like driving.
Well, you know what you should do, because it's still, they're going to write it off, but they'll probably bung it for parts, but you should chuck it and see if you can put it in your driveway there, and you can just go out and sit in it. Just
Make
think
car
about
noises.
Yeah, brum brum. Where's Jace? Jace is in his happy place.
Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Fat Boy Slim there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon.
Hey, the league in Las Vegas, you guys heard about that? Exciting way to start next season, eh?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
What season?
The NRL.
Oh.
Yeah. So, massive things. They're taking the game, the beautiful game of rugby league, they're taking it to Las Vegas. The Manly Sea Eagles are taking on the Rabbitohs, and the Sydney Roosters are taking on the Broncos, so it's 4 of the biggest teams. And our mates at boystrip.co.nz have put together a package for us to give away. It is the chance for you, yes, you, listener, you and one of your friends to be flown to Las Vegas. It's 5 nights away, 5-star hotel, the full shebang. If you're keen, text the word Vegas to 3483.
That's pretty exciting. That's a good prize.
Yeah, really good prize.
Massive,
Man.
it's huge.
Yeah.
I
Rugby
think we
league
should-
is huge over there, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, weirdly enough, it is. Massive.
Massive there, and I'm looking forward to getting over there as well. Of course, we'll all be a part of it, won't we, fellas?
Well, I'm
Really?
hoping so, Emogey. Look, I spoke to Bogsy up in his little tower
Yeah.
there, and I put in a good word for the big show. I said, look, all 3 of us are massive leagueies. League's in our blood. It's in our hearts.
What did he say to that, Jace?
He said, yeah, totally, Jace. Totally, I get that. You
Get
know?
out of my toilet.
Hey, speaking of great sports, though, for those of you that are cricket lovers, of course, the second test against Bangladesh, which I completely forgot about.
Is this sports chat?
Yeah, okay. And it wasn't until I was doing the BYC podcast this afternoon that I went, oh, hang about, that starts today. So for those of you that don't know, New Zealand lost the toss.
Again.
Bangladesh elected to bat first. The only change for New Zealand that I could see was that Santner has come in for Ish Sodhi.
Yep.
And still, outrageously and ridiculously, they haven't selected Rachin Ravindra. Oh, no, not out. Rachin Ravindra, who is the future of this team for the next 10 years, Emogey.
Yeah.
An absolute disgrace and embarrassment.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a shame, isn't it? It feels like we're going to get pumped in this one.
Yes.
I don't want to come into this with a negative sort of vibe.
Well, it has just
But
started.
I've sort of gone back to the old school sort of Black Caps vibe.
Yes.
I don't understand. I mean, you've got to take 20 wickets, and I do agree that has been an issue for the Black Caps. But I'd rather have Rachin in there can swing a bat, has proved himself with spin. It looks like Henry Nicholls is still there, and I cannot for the life of me understand selecting him. Yes, he got a double ton his last outing, but that was in New Zealand. His average in the subcontinent is around about 24.
Yes.
It's absolutely abysmal. Getting a double ton in Hamilton means nothing if you're in the subcontinent.
Yeah, and also, let's not forget that since the World Test Championship final, he averages 27, which is piss poor for your number 4. So it's really infuriating, but that's the way it is. They're playing in Mirpur.
Where?
Mirpur.
Which apparently the pitches there turn a lot more than the last wicket that they played on. They deteriorate a lot faster, so we, my friends, are under the pump
And I
already.
can see they're under a lot of pressure as well because the crowd there is absolutely fizzing.
It's heaving.
There's no one there.
So we'll keep you informed throughout the show regarding the cricket. In the meantime, he's a bit of tame and Impala. Sorry.
I mean, do we do a yummy boy for cricket? Is that a thing?
I just
Oh,
don't
you
know
go
that.
on.
I just don't know that I'm comfortable with you commenting on cricket when you don't really know the game, Keezy.
Who you going for, man?
Ajaz.
Oh.
Just because he had a couple of amazing wickets last time and it was turning so much, it was amazing. So
Thought he actually bowled quite poorly.
did you?
Yeah.
He's yummy though.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
David Bowie there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. The time is exactly 4:52 and Bangladesh batting first 5 without loss.
Just prior to those absolute bangers we just played here on Hodaki, we did a quick thing about how we're giving away a trip for you and a mate to go to Las Vegas, watch the NRL. Text Vegas to 3483 to get yourself in the draw. First text comes through, veggies. Veges. Second one, Vegas. Vagas. And then Vegas. Cheers. Vegas again. Vagas. And then finally, Vegas spelt correctly, but with an exclamation point.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is Vegas is spelt Vegas. And do not put an exclamation point or anything behind it, just Vegas on its own.
Great stuff, Keezy. Just on that,
Good on you, Keezy.
the
Thanks,
text
fellas.
there, I've been getting a lot of jip from people on my Teeter update there, Mogi, saying that why is a top
Radio DJ.
radio DJ buying a piece of shit like Teeter?
He doesn't understand that you're so tight.
And also, a lot of people talking about my 200k salary. Can I just first and foremost say this was a magnificent car, and I am not within cooey of 200k.
300 plus.
It's 350. All right, if you have to know. And we've had this discussion before. I've had people actually out in the public give me crap for the absolute piles of crap that I tend to drive around. They're like, Hoity J, I thought you were like, a mega famous A-list superstar.
well, this didn't happen.
Why in God's name are you driving around in a piece of crap like that?
Right.
Well, it's because you can't get insured when you don't have a driver's license.
Oh, yeah, true. So that's why you drive. That is such a good point.
Thanks,
yeah.
man.
Otherwise,
Fellas,
you'd be in a brand new Merc or something.
Fellas,
On that dog squad money.
I've got my license, all right?
Oh, you got your full license.
I just don't have it on me at the moment because, as you'll recall, my wallet was stolen.
Oh,
And so, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Keezy?
Do you have your full license?
I have. Oh, good ball there,
Oh,
AJ.
don't change the
Keezy, yes, I do. Thank you.
Really?
So there you go.
It's
Hey,
a full license, but it's just got written on it restricted.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
now, listen, coming up after 5 o'clock, we've got some YouTube algorithm chat. Also, the New Zealand Television Awards.
Can you make it sound vaguely interesting, please?
Also, the Television Awards last night, Emogey. We'll be having a little chit-chat about that.
Yeah.
And Keezy wants to bang on about his wedding ring again or something like that. Hey, and just on Keezy, don't forget he's feeling a bit under the weather today and down the dumps. So feel free to send an uplifting text or voice message or talk back to old Keezy. All that after 5.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Wednesday is going along very nicely indeed in the cricket. Bangladesh 8 without loss after winning the toss and batting first.
Wow.
Hey, and by the way, the show brought to you by Night Day, and everyone that texts in on 3483 or sends us a talkback on the iHeart Radio app or gives us a call on 0800 Hodaki, of course, goes in the draw to win a $50 Night Day voucher.
And let's not forget Night and Day. They have the best milkshakes, thick shakes, super thick shakes that require heaps of sucking. They're delicious, and you get yourself a Milk Bar card, which means every 6th one is free.
And those thick shakes, you got to suck hard, man.
Oh, yeah.
Really suck it. Hey, now listen, coming up, going to have a bit of YouTube chat. We're having a fascinating chat off air before, weren't we, fellas?
Oh, were we?
Talking about our algorithms and what we're into. And
so if you were to turn on YouTube right now on Jace's TV, what would automatically pop up as a suggested watch, basically?
Yes.
And mine as well.
And Emogey's.
Well, to be honest, man, I don't even watch YouTube. So it's interesting hearing you guys talk about the fact that it's your most favoured platform. But I'm barely on there.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
barely on there at all. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, it's going to be a good chat then.
It is.
Hey, here's the Black Keys.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Ramon's there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. Bangladesh 19 without loss. Now, we were talking...
Interestingly, that's how many people are at the ground watching.
Yeah, that's been generous, Mogi.
Thanks, mate.
And maybe 11.
Ha.
Hey, now we're talking about YouTube algorithms because Keezy and I are big consumers of YouTube. You not so much, Mogi.
Not as much, no. I'm not a big consumer of anything, really.
Other than protein.
Am I right?
Yeah.
But, YouTube I find a little bit... There's too many options on there.
Sure.
Yeah, so YouTube for me, the reason I watch it is you can chuck on a 5-minute video or and you can constantly changing what you're watching about, which I like. And so if you don't know what a YouTube algorithm it is basically whenever you open your YouTube app, if you're logged
Are we explaining what an algorithm is? Honestly, if people don't know what that is, that's too bad.
My dad wouldn't know what it is, even though he's got a great algorithm. So if you open your YouTube app, the stuff that it basically serves to you straight away.
Yes.
My stuff's always the same thing. It's about video games. So the first one that popped up for me is a video analysing the latest Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer.
Sure.
Which I'm sure would be very boring for you guys. After that, a documentary on what happened immediately after Hitler died, a 17-minute. After that...
17 minutes?
Yeah. Unsolved mysteries about the Colosseum, a little 10-minute video there. And then top 3 theories about the Roman Empire.
You were saying another one of your ones that popped up was...
I knew this would happen.
Mature woman try-on haul. What's that?
That is such a specific thing.
Well,
Where have you gotten that from?
That's what you just said to us off air.
You've clearly typed that in before. As we were talking about algorithms, I was thinking, oh, here we go. This is going to turn into some sort of buzzy chat.
Mine's very clear. American politics.
Right. Because you're pro-Trump, right?
Keezy. It's a massive dedouge. Village cooking, which is just in India, and these dudes that cook curries and so forth
for the whole village,
for the entire village.
Right. Okay.
What else have I got there?
And you go in there and say, "Can I have a cheeseburger?" Eh? And people go, thumbs down, thumbs down.
Thumbs down. And also, I'm really into people going camping in the wilderness and cooking in the wilderness.
Oh,
in the nude.
In the nude.
Are you? Because I get those. Is it like how to survive 40 degrees below zero and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, I get those too.
But then they cook amazing food as well. What do you got, Mogi?
I've got hamster escapes the awesome maze for pets in real life. And then there's a picture of a little emoji of a hamster. And then it says the best hamster. I don't recall watching it, but what I'm stoked about because when you scroll onto it here, it starts playing the video.
Playing, yeah.
It's 10 hours long.
Wow.
won't watch that. There's a guy called Ulysses Jones Jr. It's him hearing Nirvana for the first time. There's a video of David Goggins, some kind of fitness lunatic, talking about how you get up early every day. That's had 4.5 million views, that one.
Wow.
And then there's Thailand walking tours.
So have you ever seen someone who is, sort of 10 years old and how they consume YouTube? It's them watching a YouTube video that is 4 different things at once on the screen. So the top right will be someone completing a video game. Next one will be some stimulating stuff. It's bizarre.
I mentioned this the other day. I was watching my daughter on her phone on the couch the other day, just scrolling through stuff, and it gave me a panic attack.
Yeah,
because it is so rapid and fast. And I said to her, "Do you actually comprehend anything that you're taking in?" She's like, "Yeah." Yeah. And so she'll go scroll, type, scroll, type. Did my head in, fellas.
Yeah, like, scroll.
Yeah, like, love, moji. Hey.
They're called emojis.
We want to know what your algorithms are, what other people are into. So text us 3483 or give us a call on 0800 or...
0800 Hodaki.
What did I say?
Just 0800.
0800 Hodaki. Or a talkback, of course.
Oh, yeah.
On the iHeartRadio app.
That's right. Everyone that does that in the draw for $50 night and day vouchers. We got plenty to go around.
Good stuff. Here's Chemical Brothers.
Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Cold War Kids there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show, Wednesday afternoon.
Just quickly, fellas, I tried to bring up several days ago, actually, that something weird is going on with my wedding ring at the moment. We kind of got waylaid and went into the weeds a wee bit, but the initial...
In what way?
Well, you started going on about how I intentionally don't wear my ring whenever we go to staff parties.
Oh, is that not what that one was about?
No.
Right, okay.
Oh, right.
No, so...
What you do?
So there's a whole different thing going on.
Let me put it to you this way. Are you wearing it today?
You know I'm not wearing it today. So
right, another day.
Yeah, but there's something going on.
Sorry, quite seriously, I don't mean to waylay you here, Keezy, but you did say you were going out tonight.
I'm going to a friend's house for dinner.
Friend's house. Yeah, so it makes sense you're not wearing it.
And that's interesting. As Keezy was talking to me earlier off here, now this is a true story. He said to me, does it mean I'm getting older? Normally I would, because I'm going to a friend's house, and he even did the inverted commas.
Did I?
Yeah.
He said, normally I'd take a box, but tonight I think I might take a nice bottle of wine. Did you say that?
I said that 100%.
Oh, boy.
What does that mean? It's just, I think I've changed. I think I've changed.
So you're going to a friend's house, you're taking a nice bottle of wine, and you haven't got your wedding ring on.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry, Keezy, to waylay you. What were you saying?
No, this is all great for stuff, fellas. Thank you very much. What's happening is I am taking my wedding ring off when I have a shower or wash my hands at the moment because I find water gets trapped under there and it makes my skin go weird and peel. So I was like, all right, I'll take it off, blah, 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 blah. I'll put it down in the bathroom sink and then I'll go to the bedroom, get changed, come into the bathroom and it's not there. And several times my wife has picked it up and put it somewhere else because she's like, I thought you'd lose it if you left it there.
Yeah.
And so now I'm going through this thing where I keep going, where the hell's my wedding ring? I thought it was there and now it's somewhere else.
Is that only for your wedding ring?
Yeah, just, no, it happens with other stuff too. But my wedding ring's the one that's stressing me out because she then goes, why aren't you wearing your wedding ring?
It is, yeah.
And so I think I'm going crazy.
Well, yeah. It's not accidental. It's,
right.
It's that it's done, and I find it's an interesting thing. But they certainly move things all over the joint, and it's like, you would have lost it. It's like I made it to the age I made it to without having you in my life. I was perfectly fine. You didn't find me naked under a bridge, right? I knew how to live my life, so I know.
Well, in my case,
how to find things, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So yeah, I find the moving of things so annoying, and also when it's mixed with the fact that you also do lose things. So my immediate assumption is that I have lost it, and then I think to myself, well, I better not ask the missus because I'm always asking her where I've left stuff. And then when I finally do, she goes, "Oh no, I've put that, I put that in a jar of rice in the back of the cupboard." It's like, well, yeah, no, I didn't think to look there.
So my one was, and because I think I'm at the stage now where I'm just starting to lose stuff. Lost my wallet at the end of a few months ago, like you, Jace, and I've noticed a few times I'm starting to lose things now. So I'm trying to knuckle down on that, and I'm worried about my wedding ring. The other day, I had a shower, went and got changed, came back out, wasn't there. I didn't think anything of it, went about my day, and then I was like, wait, where's my wedding ring? I swear it was there. I checked everywhere I could think of, and then I thought, I wonder if she's like cleaned the bathroom because she had that day, and I'm very lucky that she did do that. And I'm like, okay, now I'm her. She's not here right now. Where would she have put it? She would have put it where she puts her rings, which is in her jewellery box in her drawer. So I open the drawer, open the jewellery box. Sure enough, it's in there. How am I supposed to know that it's in there?
But you did.
But I
because
thought about
she's
it.
trained you.
Look, what I would suggest to you is that when you take off your wedding ring, which incidentally I find weird, you've just got to let the flesh rot there and then it'll eventually harden up.
Okay.
But if you are insisting on taking off your wedding ring every time you do something, put it in your dilly drawer.
Right, okay, cheers, Jace.
Well, that way you know.
Yeah, because I use it every day.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
1.5 Mogies. How good. How good. I've started taking the daughter to, she's been going to swimming lessons for a couple of years now, but started taking her on a Wednesday, usually take her on a Saturday. Bit busy on the weekends, though. I don't know if you know Keezy, but the wife's left me.
Yeah,
so I sort of
for
go and
work.
visit her every weekend, just trying to, put it back together and... I don't know. Seems like a bit of a waste of time. But anyway.
Yeah, get it up, mate. Just sort the accounts and just move on.
She's coming back soon, 2 weeks' time.
Who told you that?
You did yesterday.
Yeah, a likely story. So anyway, I take her to the old swimming there, and it's actually really coming along. I thought they were much older when they learnt to properly swim, but she's pretty much nailed it. There's only 3 kids in the class, so it's sort of... it's quite cute seeing these little buggers going on there.
Yes.
But today, the teacher, she said she's going pretty well. I might just run a stopwatch on it. Anyway, she's broken the 50-metre butterfly record for the Commonwealth.
What?
Wow.
For kids?
Yeah.
Or for
No, for adults. Now, I'm aware, obviously, that, Commonwealth record, like, who cares?
No, but still.
But given she's 4.5...
Yeah.
she knocked 7 seconds off it. 7 seconds. And that's butterfly. I mean, that's not an easy stroke. It's her weakest, to be honest.
And it's a 50-metre record.
50 metres,
wow.
Yeah, it just... And you think to
And how
yourself,
old's
man,
she?
4.5.
4.5, yeah.
And you just think to yourself, it's amazing what's possible if you just give them a chance. If
Sure.
you give them a little bit of support. And I'd like to say, she's got a natural talent, but most of it is me.
Sure.
Because if I don't take her to the pool... How's she going to get there?
Just-
She can drive incredibly well, better than most, but she doesn't have a driver's license.
Sort of like Jace. So just looking at the list of Commonwealth records, 50-metre record is for butterfly 22.8 seconds. Yeah. So she's doing it in 15.
15.
It's so funny, man. When I used to take my girls swimming, and the littlest one, when she was she's about the same age, actually. Oh, maybe a bit under.
bit
maybe,
younger.
Yeah, 3.5. And I remember her, and she was just douche, pumping out the, what do you call them? Laps.
Lengths.
Yeah, lengths, yeah. Just pounding them out. And I remember her teacher saying to me, she's like a little Energizer bunny. She could just go and go and go. Have you ever thought of getting her into deep water and ocean swimming and stuff? And I went, no, but I suppose we could. Anyway, so this is at a time when we lived in Wellington, and she ended up doing the Cook Strait.
Really?
Yeah. Youngest ever swimmer of the Cook Strait.
What?
Can you give that a Google
3.5?
for us, Casey?
Yeah, 3.5.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Well, because you know the currents that you're dealing with there.
Oh, no, 100%.
Yeah, she's not easy,
And
man.
that's interesting what you say about them being an Energizer bunny.
Yeah.
Because, of course, we've got the pool at our joint.
Yes.
And we're going to get it all sorted out because after talking to that teacher today, there was a physicist there with his little boy.
Yes.
And he said, you could actually hook her up in the pool, and the power generated would be able to generate power for all of the lower North Island.
Wow. Yeah. That's so good, man.
And he said that's never been done before. Nothing like it, even close.
Yeah.
So he goes, if anybody tells you that
not,
they've done something amazing like that, they're lying.
Yeah. Did I say just on that Cook Strait? Just on the Cook Strait.
12 years old, by the way, Caitlin.
Did I just on the Cook Strait, Emogey? I did say there and back, eh?
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Tom Petty there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. Coming up after 6 o'clock, by the way, the results of the Big Show Big Poll. And the big poll today was working hard or hardly working.
Thanks.
You can vote on that at the Hodaki Big Show Instagram story. Also, some great information if you're in the mood to get some cash for you and a mate. More info on that after 6.
And let's not forget, of course, What's on the
TV
with
Mike
Minogue.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yeah, welcome back, you massive backbones. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night Day. And remember, as always, anyone that texts in, anyone that phones in, anyone that talkbacks in goes in the draw for a $50 Night Day voucher.
Also, if you just can't get enough of the Big Show for some reason, maybe there's something wrong with you, we do a daily podcast outro, which is bonus content. You can get it by searching Hodaki Big Show. Here's a snippet of today's podcast outro, which was to do with our boss describing our roles on the Big Show here. He was like, oh, I love the show because you got Keezy, who's the young sort of up and coming. You guys are taking him under your wing. You got Emogey, who, what did he say about you?
Funny,
fast one-liners.
You got one-liners.
Funny and sharp.
Yeah. And then you got Jason. Your whole life's just a walking shambles.
True story.
We all just burst out laughing.
It was like, excuse me. That is a totally true story too.
But is it a fairly, I think it's a fairly good analysis of the show though.
Oh, look, I think it was bang on. I've got no complaints with that whatsoever. Because I am a walking shambles. Always have been. Always will be.
That's the attitude, mate.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Don't know so much about you being an up-and-comer, but...
that was Keezy chucked that on there.
Yeah, I think you might have just tacked that on there, Keezy.
Whatever.
Here's a bit of faith no more for you.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Oh, yeah, a bit of Def Leppard there for you on the Radio Hodaki Big Show. Now, we're heading into the Christmas season. Everyone's sort of getting towards winding up for the year. So the big poll today was based on that. Let's get into it.
The Big Poll.
The big poll today, working hard or hardly working?
That's right. You can vote, as always, Hodaki Big Show Instagram story. When you vote, it tells you what percentage of each option is currently in the lead. What was your prediction again, Jace? 80-20?
Yes.
For hardly working?
Yes.
Mike, you were 70-30 for hardly working. Mike, you are the closest. Well done.
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh, yeah, that's great, man.
So 72-28. 72% of New Zealand right now not really giving it their all.
I was going to say 72, but I just...
And it's really interesting because we were making the point too, there's some jobs it's easier to get away with that.
Yeah.
Like there's no way you're going to get away with that when you're doing a top radio show.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Well, it's always work hard.
And as always, I think over the last 3 months I've worked harder than I've ever worked.
Yeah.
Look, I'll be honest with you, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, you look poked.
But it's all worth it for all the punters out there. But the reason we had that poll today, because I bumped into a mate who works in the same building, and he said, mate, I've clocked off.
Yeah.
I'm just literally dragging my ass to the finish line here, and then we'll be done and dusted for the year.
The thing I can't, like, with these sorts of things, I always try to picture my dad, and I can't picture him ever just sort of, hang in there till the end. Like, he's the kind of guy who'll just work his ass off, have a day off for Christmas, then be back out there working.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He didn't pass it on
Sure,
to me.
that's what he wants you to think.
Well, right.
But I guarantee you, when he's down there at the workshop,
in the
he's
shop.
absolutely just doing jack.
Well,
Really?
but
Oh,
also on that front, though, I have to stand up to you here a bit, Mogi. The days off that he does get, he's fixing up bloody Keezy's little truckie.
Don.
Yeah,
that's true, exactly, yeah.
You know what I mean? So he doesn't actually get any time off.
No, that's true.
His downtime is fixing Keezy's little truckie.
I wish I could say that you guys are just joking around right now, but that is quite accurate. In fact, this weekend I'm going down to Tauranga and I'm taking my truck.
And your camera.
And my camera so I can film him doing it and then put it on my Instagram there. But I think in radio, what's the sign that we've tapered off? We're not doing award-winning content because that's still happening.
Oh, look, I haven't seen any sign of it. I couldn't tell you what it was.
Nah. Sorry, what?
Pardon?
Huh?
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Gorillas there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. Let's get into a bit of TV chat. Why not? What's on the telly with Mike Minogue?
Wow. Last night I watched the first episode of a show that's been out for a little while now on TV3 there, Far North.
Yes.
Far North. Man, love watching me some Kiwi content.
Yes.
Really love it.
Yeah.
So, early on they're setting up the story, but I'll be continuing with that, giving it a crack. Another Robin Malcolm starer.
Yes.
After you were saying that After the Party was so good, Jason, and potentially one of the best shows that we've ever made in this country, so I thought I'd give Far North a go.
Sure,
Given that Karen O'Leary's in it, Maka Puatu's in it.
Is that Tim Weta as well?
Tim, yeah.
Yeah. And that's all to do with the big drug sort of
Based
dump
on a
on the
true
beach.
story, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Man, yeah.
Far out, all right.
So, it's on 3 now is the platform. And I think it's about 6 episodes.
Right.
Sweet,
So
we'll keep
keep you
that in mind.
updated on that one.
Yeah, let me know about that, Moggy, because my wife and I...
I already recommend it.
Oh, right.
You should start watching it.
Okay.
Tonight.
Oh, okay, because my wife and I...
Yeah, go on.
My wife!
We had a little look at it the other... We saw it, went, we should have a look at that, but we didn't. So if you're recommending it, certainly I'll give it a nudge.
You should give it a watch.
Yeah, sounds good. I watched The Marsh King's Daughter on Prime Video movie with the great Ben Mendelsohn,
Oh, yeah.
who is one of my favourite actors of
He
all
wasn't
time.
doing an American accent, was he?
No. And the amazing thing about it was, my wife and I were watching this movie, and we were about 10 minutes into it, and it was like, and he had featured heavily in that first sort of opening 10 minutes. And it took me 10 minutes to go, my God, is that Ben Mendelsohn?
Yeah.
Because he looks so different. And they
Right.
it's not because of any sort of whacked out kind of makeup or
Was
anything.
he wearing a hat?
No, he wasn't
always
wearing a
throws
hat.
me
He
when
had a
people are wearing
big
hats.
beard.
Oh, yes.
But it's basically the story of a little family that live in the marshes. And the father's teaching the young daughter how to be a hunter and all about the world and stuff. And they've got a mum who seems very much under the hammer, very stressed and anxious. You then find out that the father has actually kidnapped the mother.
You're joking.
And she's holding her there. Anyway, the mother escapes. The father gets...
So this is just...
Are you telling me the whole
I
thing?
won't tell you the whole story.
You're telling us most of it.
But the father goes... Well, I won't tell you the whole story, but a very entertaining movie.
Great.
Definitely worth a watch. Also with Daisy Ridley.
Yeah.
And we were watching her, who plays
She's
the
in
sort
Star
of
Wars,
who plays
isn't
the
she?
daughter grown up, and we were going, God, where's she from? Where's where you do that with your partners?
Yeah.
What's she from? And of course, yes, you're right, Moggy. Star Wars.
Yeah.
Very good.
And what
Very
happens
good.
at the end of Star Wars again? Could you just ruin that for me as well? Is that...
I won't ruin it for you, Keezy. What did you watch? Some tedious doco?
No, we didn't have time to watch the Robbie Williams doco last night. So
Oh, thank God.
I put the wife to bed, and I'm up to the end of season 2 of Narcos, right? Which I know you guys don't like, but
I don't have an
Doesn't stop
opinion.
you bringing it up, though.
I don't have an opinion
yeah,
either
well,
way,
it's about
Keezy.
all of us saying what we're watching at the moment, isn't it? So the thing I like about this is they're currently portraying the moment where Pablo goes from being one of the richest people in the world to alone with nothing. He has literally no money right now.
Solo Pablo.
And it makes you feel very like, oh,
Is he feeling
what would I
low?
do?
You know, funnily enough, Keezy, I think I've actually seen that series.
Yeah.
I actually have watched
And
it.
it's making
Is
me
it
feel
just-
very uncomfortable.
Just Pablo and his hippos, is it?
No, they're long gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
He's got this one guy left with him, and even he's
Over it.
It's pretty down buzz.
So go and check it out. Far North of the Marsh King's Daughter and Narcos, as recommended by the Big Show. Oh, yeah, man, but a wet leg.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Silver chair there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday evening. Just a little reminder too, the Friday Thrubber, which we have every Friday at 5 o'clock. Thanks to our mates at Super Liquor. It's cheers to you, fellas. Cheers to a mate.
Yeah. So basically, if you help us by voting on the Throbber, by calling 0800 Hodaki, everyone that gets through is then in a lucky dip situation. If we choose you and a person you nominate get $200 each, thanks to Super Liquor.
that's bloody good, isn't
Yeah,
it?
$400 all up.
Yeah,
You
that's
get,
right.
you get a throbber and you get 400.
Yes. How good. How are you feeling about the Throbber, Keezy?
Well, it's over for the year, isn't
yeah,
it?
Mogey's,
Well, it's not over.
Mogey's taking it out. It's just me and you battling it out for the wooden spoon.
I'm wondering how I should approach it, Keezy. What do you reckon? Should I keep throwing bangers out or just go with garbage to make it a competition between Hoity J and yourself? It's certainly not worth me wasting good throbbers on, is it?
Well, it's up to you. I don't think you can allow yourself to do that, though. I don't think you'd save. I think you'll throw ones you're iffy about to see how they go.
Well, you're in the luxury position of it doesn't matter either way.
It is a luxury position,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Whereas, mind you, it doesn't matter either way to me, to be honest.
No, I don't really give
if
a
I
crap.
get the wooden spoon.
I think
almost feel
Jace,
I almost
feel like
I have to cop it so Keezy has a good Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Don't start acting so that when I beat you, that it was all part of the plan, right? So I feel like we do our best work when Mike's winning, Jace, and you and I are fighting to not come last, and then you eventually do come last. I think that's like the big show's sweet spot.
Yeah.
I think everyone in New Zealand loves it when that happens. You know, everyone's like, yes, everything is as it should be.
Yeah.
So does that mean I get another curry? That was for a curry, wasn't it?
I can't even remember.
Yeah, boy.
What, who won?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the wooden spooner pays. That would make more sense.
Well, but we've talked about this. You owe me a curry from...
Oh, yeah, that cancels it out.
Yeah, so Keezy ends up paying.
And then I've got the $100 from each of you for the snacks coming up as well.
Good
year for old Emogey.
Keezy pays then for the dinner.
No, I'm not paying. First, I'm not paying shit for your curry, Jace. Okay, first of all,
Hey!
I will buy Emogey one curry,
One mild butter chicken.
one mild butter chicken.
Some onion
And a
bhajies.
naan.
No,
I don't
no.
want bhajies, but I should get a naan.
You'll get a little curry combo.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
a little
cool.
Coke Zero as well if you want it.
We'll go to this one over the road here.
No, that is the most expensive curry place in town, Jace.
Hey, but make sure you tune in on Friday because it's going to be huge.
That's right. And a big shout out to Super Liquor. Don't forget, $200 for you and a mate if you help us vote on the Friday Throbber.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. Hump day done and dusted on the Radio Hodaki Big Show. Mogey, go home.
Are you
telling him to do this?
Put the daughter to bed, tidy up, and go to sleep. Pretty much for you?
Nah, completely different.
Oh,
I'll go home, put the daughter to bed, do a little bit of tidying up. I'll watch Far North.
oh yeah.
TV3.
Second half of the first episode of that, and then maybe another couple of episodes as well, and then go to bed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds
you're
good,
way
man.
off, Jace.
Hey, Keezy,
Hello.
do you want some advice, mate?
I feel like I'm going to get it regardless.
From old Hoity J.
Of course I do.
Early night for you tonight, little Keezy. And I want you to go to bed and get a good night's sleep.
Okay.
Okay, and tomorrow, wake up all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Well,
all right?
I'm going to my friend's house for dinner tonight.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so it won't be super late, but
It's always a bag of chips and a 24-pack of beers, isn't it?
yeah, tonight it is. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because we're on bringing the entree.
What a classic thing that is. It won't be a big one. As for me, as usual, go back to the gym, throw some tin around, go home, eat some proteins, have a smoothie,
Yeah. Make love.
make love.
Yeah, nice.
and
Sweet.
maybe watch a bit of TV.
Sure.
Just for
Can you
research
turn
for
that
tomorrow.
music up, Keezy? Let's get out of here, mate.
And
You're sleeping to it.
probably chat to my wife and, maybe have a bit of toast.